As you guys get into the season, it's obviously more scout teamwork on both sides of the ball. But in camp, when it's like one-on-ones, do you guys really try to, in situational blitz periods, run periods, third and long, whatever it is, do you guys try to put the offense or defense at a disadvantage? And like, what's the goal with that?
No, I wouldn't say anybody's at a disadvantage. I mean, we've got one competitive period that we'll do a day that the defense knows we're going to run the ball, and we've got 3 times to get the first down, which is 10 yards, and they know we're going to run it because at the end of the games, we're going to be in a situation where we want to keep the ball on the ground and run the football. So we try to, illustrate that situation for them. But other than that, no. I mean, everybody's got a fair shake on doing what's best for them. Each side of the ball is trying to get better, and we're trying to compete against each other and get better. And I think we're doing a good job of that right now.
Noah Odell and Teamer Skeleton today, was that a case of limiting reps for him, giving other guys opportunities?
Yeah, he got his reps in individual. It's I told you guys the other day, there's a, as science gets better and everything, we start understanding the human body more, and athletes get more prepared from the standpoint of being able to study them and stuff and knowing what's going on with their body. All that data is good from the standpoint of you can kind of, predict potential dangers. And the 5th day of a 5-day stretch when you first start out is the most critical day. And we just wanted to limit some of his work and get his work done during the individual period and a couple other team periods. That was my call.
Do you have an update on the progress of Kareem Hunt and Duke Johnson?
Yeah, I don't have an update on them. They're getting better. Kareem's getting close. Duke, he's 2 or 3 days out, so he's probably out of the injury. So he's going to be a few more days.
What are you seeing out of Baker in terms of improvement? What is he doing a little bit better this year than maybe you had seen him do, or maybe faster, or what kinds of things?
Well, I think he has a better grasp of the offense, but again, Baker's just like everybody else. He needs to keep his head down and keep working. Last year does not have any impact on this year. Today is not going to have any impact on tomorrow. So nothing we've done these last 5 days is going to dictate tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we go back to practice. So Baker just needs to stay in the moment, just like everybody else. He has a better grasp of the offense.
Over the last 5 days, what's the one thing you feel the most confident about now as we got to day 5, the 5th day?
I feel like our guys have bought in. They're willing to compete. And we're going to continue to see if they're willing to pay the price.
You mentioned the science of just safeguarding soft tissue injuries. What was your thought of going back to morning practices? Because these guys have been afternoons for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if studies have showed or not, but from my belief is the more recovery time you can give them with the sleep added to it at the night. Of course, you're going to sleep every night, but when you practice in the morning, you have all day to recover. You can get treatment and stuff. You can get in the hot tubs. You can get in the saunas. You can get treatment in the training rooms. Then you can go back to meetings and start preparing for the next day. And then you can go home and sleep, or you can get treatment after the meeting. So we've got plenty of opportunities to get treatment, get our bodies back in shape before we practice next morning. It was just a fact of, first, the simple fact that you've got the ability to eat 3 meals before we practice again. All right, so to me, that's a big thing. It used to be,
right?
I have done it both ways, but I tend to like this better right now. And not to say that we're not going to practice in the afternoon. We've got some practices here in a week or so that we go to the afternoon, just because you can't, when you start putting a schedule together, you have to use some forethought to see that, we may be getting finished at 7 o'clock one night, and you don't want to come back the next day, so we'll have a 2 or 3 day stretch there where we practice in the afternoon.
Right, this is 5 days in a row now. You've been rotating that right guard. Is any of those 3 guys moving ahead of the other 2?
No, there's not.
Do you wish one was, or are you okay with?
Yeah, I wish one was, but I want them all 3 to compete. They've all had some good plays. They've all had some bad plays. But under no circumstances are we, are we ready to name a starting guard if that's what you guys are asking.
Just from a super overview standpoint, I know you're trying to get a lot done every day. Just through the first 5 days, when you're out there, do you feel more often like, I like what I'm seeing? Or do you feel more often, oh man, that wasn't right, we got to get better at that?
Well, I'm going off a play-by-play basis, so you'd have to ask me on that specific play what I thought about it. Because I truly am, I don't know how hard this is to believe, but I truly worry about what play we're running right then. And that's it. And then if they don't do it right, they're told about it right then. And then we'll still go over it again later on in the film. But hell, I know what I'm seeing. All right, I know when it's right and when it's wrong, and it has nothing to do with the result. All right, so all I want is for everybody to do their job and do it right and do it the way we're teaching it. And I know what that is. I know what that looks like because I know what the guys are teaching them to do. So that would be a play-by-play basis, and they're getting corrected right then on most of it. And then, of course, everybody watches tape afterwards, but whether you did it right or wrong. I mean, hell, it's not rocket science. So,
Was it
or maybe it is to some people. I don't know.
We had talked about tackling the ground a couple days ago or whatever, and saw a period you guys did it. Was that with recovery in mind again, with tomorrow being the day off? Was that kind of why today was the day?
I don't care about the day off. I don't care. There's going to be certain days and certain periods of the day that's already planned out. That's going to be live. I don't care if tomorrow's off or not.
So,
I mean, yesterday we had a tackling day too. It just so happened we didn't stop them. Okay, so hell, you still have to tackle them. Yeah. So go back and see if you can see that.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Taki.
Because you had 2 runs in the period. It was supposed to be 2 3-play sets, and both runs broke out for past 10 yards. We were trying to get a first down.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, hell, they didn't get tackled.
Yeah.
You know?
So the makes a lot of sense. Taki did look in that tackling to the ground period today, though.
Yeah.
Looked like he was in on 3 consecutive stops. Did
Yeah.
he really show up in that?
Oh yeah. I mean, showed up to you. He's gonna show up to me.
He grabbed
So,
your attention that
yeah.
way, though, in
No,
a positive way?
Yeah, he did it in a positive way, and the offensive line going to the wrong linebacker showed up in a negative way. So during the course of training camp, fellas, you're going to have ebbs and flows. The defense is going to win some, the offense is going to win some, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the offense to make the defense better and vice versa. And that's what you saw today. I mean, and yesterday you saw the opposite. We don't want to be a roller coaster, so we want to get to where we're consistent. And I know what I'm going to get when we go out there. That's what we got to get to.
Stump Mitchell was yelling at him. Was that typical Stump? We haven't seen much.
Yeah, it's typical Stump. That's why he's here.
Freddie, some coaches in various sports will not be critical of their players in the press. You've been very honest to this point. What is your philosophy on that? Why are you okay being critical of time with your guys?
I don't know. I just believe in speaking the truth. If you don't want me to say anything negative about you or whatever, don't do the negative things. I don't know. I don't think I've been too critical of anybody though, but I would say that they wouldn't say I was critical. I've been critical of them, and I've been very honest. I would hope, but I don't think I'm critical. Well, ask them how I am on the field. See if that's critical or being very honest. Hell, it could be either one. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be funny with the question. I don't feel like I'm critical with them, with the media. If I am, then I need to change because I don't believe in that. But I am honest. So if, I don't know.
See any progress in the work to improve the tackling? Have you
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're putting the time in to do it. And, I think we were a better tackling team today as far as I think we're continuing, guys, to learn how to practice. I think, in this league, sometimes you go a long time without knowing how to practice. Everybody likes to run plays, and everybody likes to make their checks and make their calls and make their alignments and make their thing. A bunch of that stuff's to make the coaches feel like they're doing something, okay? But at the end of the day, the game's about blocking and tackling. And if you can do the blocking and can't do the tackling, you're going to get beat. All right, if you can do tackling, not do the blocking, you're going to get beat. So we got to be a better blocking and tackling team, and that's what we're stressing in our individual periods. That's what we're stressing on tape, and that's what we're expecting to get on the field.
When Miles was in the backfield the time today, when he has a day like this, how much of that is that's Miles being Miles, and how much of it is maybe Greg Robinson needs to do better?
I think I think Miles is a pretty good player. I think Greg is a pretty good player. I think that's a good competition. And when Miles is in the backfield, I would say he's supposed to be there, and that's where I want him most of the game.
What does it do for Greg to be able to go against Miles? I mean, he's probably not going to face a Miles caliber guy there's great edge rushers every week, but Miles is pretty good. And then Olivier too, because they're switching sides.
Yeah, I think Miles is good, but Miles has aspirations to be more, and I want him to be more because he can be more. I want him to be the best that he can be. So Greg's got stiff competition. Hell, I do too. Every day I walk in here with you guys, it's stiff competition, So, that's going to make us all better, Iron sharpens iron, right? Everybody heard that. So I don't care about all that. I just want them to compete. I don't want them worried about the play. I just want them to compete. I don't worried about the next play or the play before, just that play that they're playing right then. Don't worry about anything else because that's your job on that play.
How do you approach the balance with David Njoku of when he's going to be out in routes, when he's staying in the block, and are you equally comfortable with David Njoku in both those roles?
I think David Njoku needs to get better at both of them. I don't see a finished product there. I don't know what that means. I just don't. If David flexes out, he's expected to catch the ball. When he's in line, he's expected to block. He's a tight end. He needs to get better at both of them.
Do you?
What's going on with Jannard Avery? We didn't see him out there.
Jannard's injured. He's not out there. You guys ask a lot of questions about injuries, and we don't have an injury report. So, hell, he may have just been in the hot tub,
Get one more. Seth DeValve injured right at the end. It looked like injured. Talked to the athletic trainer right away.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to him yet. I don't know what it is.
Coach, you spend a lot of time with the offense, focusing, obviously calling plays there. Is there a ton of time post-practice, film sessions with Coach Wilkes, stuff like that goes on?
As far as me with the defense,
with the defense.
yes, there is. I think that's the beauty of being the head coach. You can be involved in both sides of the ball. Of course, that's his forte, and I lean on him to, he's the leader of that side of the ball. So, but yeah.
Good.
What's Callaway doing?
Last one here.
Callaway's doing good. He's, he's doing good. He's doing what's expected of him. But again, he's going to continue to get better. He's going to be the punt returner. We're a long way. He's going to be one of them.